Oh, hello. Welcome to the show again. You're sticking with us. This is like episode 4, right? You're still here. I think you might like the show. And if you do, then thank you very much for sticking with us. If you don't, then get the hell out of here right now. I'm teasing you. But for real though, can you tell more people about this podcast? Because I need the listeners, please. This is Come On Me, Bro. Come on me, bro.
Come on me, bro.
Come on me, bro.
Yes, come on me, bro.
You mean like, come on me, bro?
Whoa!
Oh. and I, this is an audio podcast too, so please make sure you're describing things as you're doing things so that people understand what you're doing.
So I'm like a big fanatic of like emojis. That's just like how I talk the most. So like I always like do random stuff like that. So I was clicking on an emoji of joy right there.
This is the first time that I started the podcast with Zoom, and I didn't have my wife here right next to me going, like, because she uses Zoom all day long, speaking to her clients everywhere, and she could be on Zoom and be in the other room and be like clicking shit. I don't even know how she's doing it, and I'm just like, am I doing it? Am I recording stuff? And again,
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, dude.
Don't worry. Behind the scenes, I had someone else clicking on this, so
I feel so courageous.
all I had to do was show up and be handsome.
I tell you, just every once in a while, I'll just see a hand pop into your screen and just like press this.
For sure.
Lindsay's nails will be eloquently done, like, and you'll just be like, "That was your hand?"
How did this magic beer just come along?
Like,
wait, are we recording? Oh,
we're
damn it.
definitely recording.
Ah, jeez. Okay. Hi. What's up, everybody in the TV world / podcast world, audio world? How you doing? It's your big bro, GoopMassta.
This is the show. I just meander for 45 minutes, and then at the end of the show, I just just go, "Come on me, bro," and then we just call a random person.
It's an improv show, so like you gotta be on your toes.
So we're here with GoopMassta.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
If you don't know GoopMassta, let me start with a brief introduction. And I'm not going to, again, we were speaking earlier about talking like a DJ from like, you know, the 80s. I even did that right there. That almost feels DJ like, but I want to feel like I can be as animated as possible because you are the most animated artist that I know, right? You know that. You know that.
I am. People tell me I'm a living cartoon.
Are you a living cartoon?
I mean, I was born from a cartoon artist lady. Not true, but I don't know.
That's not true. Okay.
That's not true.
Don't go.
Sorry, it's just bad jokes. We're starting well already. We're already starting well.
There is editing on this show. I'm going to edit all this shit out. None of it. We're going to pop into the show. It's going to be like, okay, and thanks. Welcome to the show. Bye. Thanks.
Fireworks.
No, I wanted to bring you on the show, man, to Come On Me, Bro, my new podcast. Everywhere you get your podcast. I wanted to invite you on the show because first, not only are we friends, and I really regard you in a very high way, in multiple ways of saying that, right? Very highs and different kind of highs. I've known you as a person that beyond an amazing, eclectic Renaissance artist, because you are a Renaissance artist, dude, and the truest form of Renaissance artist.
Wow, thank you, brother.
A synergy of energy that comes from you on a regular. I fit synergy into a conversation. I won somewhere.
This guy reads.
I do. I read books. You're always positive, always animated, always a quick answer, a fast thinker, problem solver. This is gonna turn into a song soon. Problem solver. GoopMassta.
Yo, I'll even do your laundry. Oh,
I think that you have a very long record of, since the time we've known each other. We met in Art Basel 2017.
good times.
Good times. Since we met, I think that right off the bat, I can tell right off the bat when I meet somebody in the first 5 minutes. No, you know what? 2 minutes. Push that minute, 2 minute thing. That what type of person they are. And when we met on the street, the first minute we met, it was like I knew you forever.
Hell yeah, that's a great thing. That's what I always wanted to achieve with everybody. So I mean, damn, that's a cool way to say it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers though. Yeah. I really want to talk about like pop culture with you, because I know that you're like, dude, you are pop culture, bro. You're just like like a visual of like everything being sucked in from like outside world into like a head, and then bloop, you know, popped off at the top of GoopMassta. That's like, all right, now come out with something. And you're just like, and you're just like peanuts mixed with like right behind you, peanuts mixed with your GoopMassta with. An old school version of like Picasso, you know, like
it's funny that you say that because I have like an actual peanut drawing that has like peanuts on the floor, and it's weird.
He says peanuts, not
peanut. Say it with me, peanuts.
So please tell people who you are and what you do, because I'm just gonna rant on about a whole bunch of different types of, you know, replacement words that.
All right. Let's see.
Who are you, bro?
Who am I? Ready or not, here I come. My name's GoopMassta. I'm an American from New York, born in New York, raised out in Miami, and started become a tattoo artist, and then from there became an illustrator and started doing awesome things, and everything started unfolding for me as I developed this character, which I'm known for, which is a little hip-hop frog, essentially like an urban froggie. And he's about fashion and having good times, and just being really cool and positive with everybody, because he's like a nature animal, so it kind of represents the world. So I figure like what not to be a positive entity, which is always cool to be towards anyone. No one likes wieners anyway, so
nobody likes a wiener.
No one likes a wiener, bro. So I just like to have fun, and I like to have like bold colors and just give off like a ray of sunshine and just make people feel good and just do cool art that I think is fun, bro. And if people like it, then it just excites me and it makes me want to do more. So I'm glad that I like crossed your path and I get to share that energy with you. So
totally, dude.
That's who I am.
I think that again, like my small circle of artists that I kind of consider my close artist friends, but also friends that I can actually have a good conversation with, that I can trust with like private information to actually have a good conversation like that.
What's your social security number again?
So 534. So having a good trusting vibe. A lot of people don't have trusting vibes, and when I met you, it was amongst a lot of different artists too, because it was kind of a time for Art Basel and I'll do little clips to explain what Art Basel is and all that. I actually have clips of you saying what Art Basel is from that last video that we shot.
I don't remember, but
well, roll the clip. After the brew. All right. This is post Basel, sitting with GoopMassta, Angel One from Cali. If it's the first time somebody meeting an artist on the street while they're painting, any piece of wise advice?
Smile a lot. We like that. I would say just like have fun, be yourself, man.
Enjoy yourself.
Get weird.
Every artist is here.
Yeah, they're all
They're too
together
shy, you know?
all at once.
This is that chance to meet many artists that you probably want to see, and you probably will have a chance to see. So just take advantage and talk.
Maybe come up with a joint or some type of device that the artist likes.
I'm gonna use it. So the way that we met was amongst other artists on the street from during a time in Miami called Art Basel, where artists tend to migrate to South Florida to have one of the biggest art shows of the year from around the world. You came down with Angel once, another artist homie of ours, and a notorious duo in many cases. And when I first met you, I think you guys almost hit me with your bicycles.
The one with the flashing lights.
The one with the flashing lights. You guys were riding on the bikes, and then all of us. I was recording, shooting video randomly for like walking around, and you guys almost, you guys came like through me, like ghosts passing through, but I like kind of cropped the middle.
Roll the clip, and now.
How you doing? GoopMassta here. Angel Woods. Woo! That's a picket green, baby. You doing it?
All right, y'all go past me. Oh shit!
Record and take photos.
And shooting you guys, and it's just like, yo, what's up? And it was literally just like that, like, what's up, bro? What's up? And like, yo, this is my homie from whoever, and this is my other homie. Oh, and then it was like, yo, what you guys doing? You guys gonna be here later? Cool, we'll be back. And then seeing you again later, like we knew each other already. Was like, dude, this guy's cool, man. Like this guy's cool. This guy, you can always tell the vibe of somebody by, beyond the art first, right? Because this is an art podcast, but it's not an art podcast, right? It's a
people podcast.
It's a people podcast. It's a get into your head a little bit podcast, right?
Yeah. Anyone that's interested.
People might not even know who you are, and frankly, not even know who I am, right? They're on Spotify looking for a podcast, and they just popped up on an art pod. They search art, and there's "Come Art Me, Bro," and they're like, "Who are these dudes?" And I want to get into an artist's head a little bit more and get into what GoopMassta does, because he has the biggest mix of a pop culture mix of just like a collage of, I'm going to say a jumble of words as an artist tries to say a jumble of words, but you can put anything together, bro. I'm
a chef, baby. I'm a chef.
You can, and not everybody can, for an artist who has a consistent character, right? Because GoopMassta as a character is not just the one figure thing that you do constantly, right? Which is a subject that I would love to get into with you right now, just to talk about that a little bit. We're not going to get into like names and politics and all that stuff, but the one trick pony artist, right? To you taking something and then being able to do a Da Vinci, a Picasso, an old school, movie remix to something, and not just like copying over other people's work to like trace. Because again, and I'm not going to say names of people who are wildly famous for just copying over people's shit, but you can literally just take things and draw them off just from the head and create your character into a old school samurai scroll look for a calligraphy looking thing, up to just going, I'm going to make my character look like a splatter of paint that you just turn into something else, dude. That to me sets you apart from just somebody who does an apple all day long. And I don't know, I hope nobody does an apple all day long. I'm not saying specifically for any artist that I know, but that's the same apple. Or I'm not going to say apple because I'm not saying, let me rephrase my words.
Yeah. You might have to edit
not an apple. Let's say a banana with a piece of tape on a wall, right? that could be done with a bunch of people changing out only the banana, right?
Yeah, but not a lot of people know that that's like a famous artist too, and he was known for gag art, and you know, it's just like it's just a point of view, right? And that's what art is at the end of the day. It's a point of view. And I mean, I could either cater to everybody's needs or I can cater to my needs, or, you know, like what you might see is not what you're thinking that I'm seeing, and vice versa. And I don't know, man, you might think it's cool, but the next person might not think it's cool. So it's just, it really just comes down to like trying to open up, at least what you were saying with my character, right? Trying to figure out this one entity that I wanted it to be, to have, like, say, an iconic look, right? Iconography is so important in our life, right? That we don't know that we're living in it all the time, right? From the beginning of, let's say, like Jesus and stuff with the with the crosses, right? And like till now, McDonald's and Starbucks, like, you know, symbols, people know symbols, right? And so I took that approach, and I didn't want to, as you say, be a one trick pony. I wanted to like figure out how can I develop this to more than what it could be, and how can I like just go fucking full throttle with this, right, and make this my life. Like, I've been doing this forever, and maybe people don't know it, and maybe some people do and don't care. So I enjoy it, and like it does put some food, a lot of food, sometimes a lot, sometimes a little, you know, like it puts food on my plate and it helps my family. So it like, I'm cool with it, man. My peoples enjoy it. So like, I don't know, like that's why I keep doing it.
What do you feel is cool? What is cool? Mean? What is cool to you? Like what people feel are cool, you know, nowadays, what the art, what social media has deemed cool nowadays.
Well, cool.
And, you know, what is cool, while I feel you, beyond the social media hype, have a pop culture outlook to life, but pop culture also follows that hype sometimes, right? Yeah. So I think you embrace the hype without jumping on the bandwagon for some reason. The way you do things and the way that you create things in your own way, it definitely makes it stand out in such a way that it is yours. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. Like every artist I speak to and every friend that I have that does this, I feel like has their own permanent style that they've created. You 1000% have GoopMassta. Like everywhere you see it, you can know, you know, who that is. And so what was it for you to, I think, develop? Like, how did you get into to what he is now? Like, why is what he looked like, or why is what it looks like the fixture now? What is the jagged cross on the line in the nose, and that the dot in the eye, the specific look of the one thing now? What's the evolution of GoopMassta now? What did it turn into?
That's a good question. I mean, I think everything's always changing and reforming and kind of going. But I mean, I feel like I'm in a comfortable space now with how he looks. I've always wanted him to just be a cute kind of entity, right? Something easygoing. Like I've heard someone tell me once, it's like an ugly cute, right? So you know, so we're like dialing and tuning in. And I mean, as far as my art is considered, like, that was my thing. I didn't want to always continuously put the same thing over and over again. So like, I'm an 80s, 90s kid, more 90s, right? And like, I know, and I can only speak for me, but like, dude, that was the whole era of like products, gaming, internet started barely, not even, right? Like
97, 92.
Well, let's just say, like, what I'm saying, like I'm from 85, right? So like I know that like Sega and Mario and Candy and all these toys started coming out like heavy duty onto the market. So like I was born into that realm. So like of course to me my version of like pop culture is when I see it's just things that I've liked, right? Like cartoons, Saturday morning.
I'm 81, so like growing up, it's like Saturday mornings were
Oh my God, religious.
And it was like, dude, I used to even remember religiously watching things like Smurfs and like just random things that kind of imprinted in your brain that like stuck with you from mass marketing of products that had never been happened. But I think even around that time, subliminal messaging was taking place and that hadn't even been regulated yet. We were just like, yeah, Burger King,
feed me,
we love it.
Yes, give me, I want toy, give me the toy, I want the toy. I still do it to this day. I got
toys all over my room.
What's up with the McSweetie? Does it come anything with the McSweeties? Nothing? No? Damn. Okay, never mind. So like, you know, I mean, I'm sure like everybody in this generation, I guess in this time bracket, you know, like understands that. And then we're also like raised by like our older generation, which was, you know, like the hip hop dudes, you know, and like all the like, you know, the 90s dudes, you know, Roughneck, you know, like, yo, what's up, Sean? What's up, Sean? What's up, son? You know, and you know your place, you know how to respect people and you know, go about your business. So that's just what I've always done. I just go paint my thing and people look at me. I'm like, what's up? I'm just doing my thing. And they look at me and they're like, what is that? I'm like, that's a character. That's GoopMassta. And then they'd always be cool with it. And then, you know, eventually it turned into, you know, like I said earlier, I was tattooing and like people would get tattoos of this. So like I would just, man, so stoked that this was happening.
Still tattoo. You just recently did somebody's.
Yeah, I just recently did one, and you know, there's like people out there that like this character a lot, and that's kind of been like really that's been sparking my joy even more, and like wanting to like even do this continuously because like I don't even know a lot of artists that like, you know, I mean, I'm in the art community, but let's say like you don't know who's like invested like 10, 20 years of doing the same character. Like,
right.
Yeah, you can paint a dog and you can paint a house and you can paint a girl's face and, you know, like everybody looks online. That's the easy shit, you know, that's the easy way. But like for me to create something from ground up to like what it is now to whoever does recognize it, like I put in the footwork for that. You know what I'm saying? So of course I'm proud of it and like I want to keep pushing it to something bigger and like, you know, knock on wood, but like I definitely want to be like a known character through my like generation and hope that I left a footprint that I can like move on to the next, you know. That'd be super cool.
I mean, you're very economical. Is that a word? Like I can see it hieroglyphed somewhere in some mall broken down, you know, grass grown over, you know, fucking 100 years from now, and then wiping something on something going, what is that? Or what is that? Because they'll be all robots and shit. And then they'll be like, GoopMassta? And then like for some reason you'll be somewhere in heaven somewhere and you'll be like, yes, like I don't know, like your mark has been left somehow. So and that brings up an interesting subject because we've had some very interesting conversations over the time we've known each other, sitting outside on a wall, you know, just kicking it outside. So if you could first, do you think time travel is already happening? First, that's a question for you. Time travel, is that happening already?
Yes. I mean, if you want to talk weird, yeah, but I think we're in a time
I want to definitely talk weird.
We're in a time plane right now. Like this is our generation. This is our like light years. This is our solar plex. This is our like planetarium, magnetism. Like this is our energy being pulled around. Like all we are atoms and energy and carbon, right? So this is just our time era, and who's to say that like maybe like everything's on the same time plane but we're just only noticing right now versus noticing, like, let's say to us 1800s was the history, but like who's to say that that's still not even just happening right now on another like parallel world.
So different
right
timeline, right?
We just got restarted, right?
Right.
And then like we woke up and we're like, oh well, this is our perception, so whatever we believe in our heads is what we're actually seeing.
So a simulation.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it.
You think it
I
could
don't
be
want
a
to say I
simulation?
believe in it, but
I want to be like, do you think that this could be a simulation? GoopMassta, say your full name, please.
John Doe. So check it out, bro. And I'm being for real because
I want to talk. This is me right here. This is a conversation.
This is how I do a lot of my like things, right? Like that everybody's so like, wow, how'd you do that? Like, I'm honestly just a regular dude, maybe a little crazier than others, right? Animated, we'll call it that, right? But like I feel like you can download yourself, right? It's hard to let go of your fucking old thoughts. Oops, I bleep me or whatever. I don't care.
You can curse on this podcast. It's
okay, cool.
Word. Already, bro.
Fuckity fuck.
I mean, you know, you pace yours.
Okay. I used them all up. Sorry.
No. So, believe me, you got the whole scrotum. You could say the whole scrotum. I mean,
that's where I draw the line, brother.
Spectrum. So the different timeline that we're in now, right? That might be just a different multiverse. Are we in which multiverse are we in? Which version? Which Loki are we? What variation? What variant are we? Are we the everything is screwed variant? And I say variant, people who don't watch nerdy things like us, nerds, teddy bear thinking nerds.
Maybe we're just like vibrations and vessels, right? That's what our bodies are, just like capsulations of like that holds electricity, right? So what we know and think and say and hear, like look at this concept right here of Zoom, right? This is my voice is traveling through this wire or this like electricity source that's capable of harnessing this, and it's going through the wires to you to hear my vibrations, my tone, da ba ba boo ba beep beep boop, whatever, right? And you're understanding what I'm saying and vice versa, and it's coming back to me. So what is a body other than just like
what is it than just sounds and visuals and just like
right? Oh, that's what I was saying. Like those are the like I believe that we can all download ourselves, right? Because like that's how I do all the crazy cool stuff, is because like I sit there and I just analyze and study patterns as far as like how do people do things, or like what does it take to like, you know, like if you watch 5 videos and 3 of the homies are saying the same thing, like
so trends
it's 2 and 2 makes it right. So you know that like, well, maybe I should do this and try it out, right? So half of the battles.
So you're a beautiful mind in a algorithmy kind of, let me see what is popping off in a general sense that's going to be more beneficiary to what my final outcome. Well, I said that was a full sentence.
That was smooth though. I liked it.
Thanks. So let me ask you a question. If you could tell yourself something, right, from the future, if it's just like bam, zounk, you just appear to yourself. It's me, Goop. It's me, you from the future. It's me, you from the future. Would you say that? It's me, you.
Yeah.
It's you, me. And what would you tell yourself?
Don't eat the tuna from Subway.
Oh, damn that tuna.
No, I'm just joking.
And we have Subway
I might need
representative
their
here.
sponsorship later. I might need their
We
sponsorship
might.
later. So
I don't think that's gonna happen for sure.
that's for the Be Real.
So,
Okay, let me
so if
see.
you
What
saw
would I?
right, if you can go back in time to your younger self, right? Let's just say if you invented time travel, not even if you invented, if you could time travel travel, right, and go back to your past self, what would you tell yourself to prepare yourself? What would be the advice if you had 2 seconds to be like,
Chill out. Everything's gonna work out. Believe in yourself. And then
what would yourself say to yourself if you said that to yourself? What would you say to yourself back then? Like you would go, "What?
fuck you, man. What does that mean?
What
What does that even mean? That's because the normal human is always freaking out about something.
To
right?
calm down, and
Yeah, just calm down. And I've noticed, and I'm no guru, dude, for sure, because but I for sure like been learning a lot just to let go and just chill out and go with the flow and just when it's your time, it's your time. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I should be only wanting to do this for pure enjoyment and love and happiness. And if it brings that shit to other people, well, fuck, that's a bonus too, man. That's cool as hell. I'm glad other people get to smile and enjoy what I'm doing. I mean, heck, I'm just like trying to figure it out too. But like at the same time, I'm like thinking about what should I do? How should I present it? Like I care about my craftsmanship. So of course, like I always try to make it super clean and just, more readable. And, I mean, some days are wacky and some days are super professional and got to put my tie on and make it cool. But, I mean, there's levels to this, right? So I think that's exactly what I would tell myself to like, chill out, dude. It's going to be okay.
chill out. It'll be okay. Because no, you could, if you were to back then be okay and chill and learn how to fucking hone in to your calm self for your future self, then by the time you were the adult self, then you would just be this like, excuse me, I'm going to do some art now. And then like have like your everything is like one with yourself. I'm doing cross fingers if you can't on my right. And Padre, no, like you're definitely like oming in yourself to be like your best self somehow.
Right.
And I'm gonna say something that sounds like it's most people that do what you're doing now, right? And I say that in the genre of art that that you have fellow artists, co-artists that
You got no father to my style.
No, you don't. I'm saying like mutual artists.
Yeah.
Mutual people, How are you so positive and everybody around you that most let's just say street artists that can bomb on a side of a building aren't positive people. They're not people that want to say a positive message and go, paint walls and smile happiness. They're just like down with this and this. Like they usually have a chip. Usually it's like the people that I know that are street artists and that are people who could be on a huge wall, painting or doing some type of fine art type thing. There's a lot of a different kind of attitude, a lot of cynicalness. There's a lot of a lot of wanting to be in other people's positions. A lot of green people, right?
Yeah.
And I see what I did there. Green. He's got green. He's a green character. So
waka waka.
How are you so? And does it go back to the trying to find a higher purpose in yourself? Like how are you and like three people that I know, just the most positive dudes, and most other guys that do or people that do what you're doing are usually they're kind of just pissed.
Well, dude, I'll start off by saying I'm no saint, bro. I'm just like I'm a sailor in my own ways, right? That's for sure. But it doesn't take much to say thank you, please, open doors, help out an old lady if she drops her orange on the floor. You know what I'm saying? It takes moments like this to kind of like help others realize these things, right? And sometimes it's not upon us to take it, but sometimes we want to like help others, right? But like, let's say for these dudes, like, it's just, they're on a different path. They're on like, you know, everyone has their story essentially, right? And like, we just have to understand that maybe we don't understand their story, and that's why we're kind of just like, whatever, instead of just being like, yo man, do you need help or anything like that. Like, it takes a lot for someone to like just stop what they're doing and like go help someone else or listen, because, you know, like sometimes listening helps, you know, but sometimes even them talking too much about it is just like, I don't want to listen to your shit, dude. You know, like, right. I'm here for you, but like, you got to understand, it's a balance, right? So it's just trying to be like more empathetic for one another, and understanding that we're just like all the same, but we're all going in different motions and stuff, right? And you know, like, I guess the more that we kind of like, I guess to say like travel and meet different people and paint in different like countries and do different projects around the world, like, you start understanding people a little bit more, right? And you see that there is no difference. It's just we're all trying to figure it out. Like, we all wake up 24 hours in a day at some point, you know, like, yeah, there's no difference, right? You're wearing a t-shirt, you got a hairdo, I got a hairdo, I got glasses somewhere, but like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's no difference. It's just they got a chip on their shoulders because maybe someone didn't give them a chance, or someone didn't like want to reach out to them, or someone, you know, like, it could be multiple things, or maybe they're just a weenie and who, you know, they grew up with bad parents and you know, like, we'd never know unless we ask. But I know a lot of the times we don't ask, we just mind our P's and Q's and walk away. You know, it's just, it's kind of like a certain interaction when we kind of have to cross paths. That's when we will like talk to each other. But if there's a chance for us to like turn our head, yeah, why not? Like, oh, I didn't see you, you know, but I don't know, man. Like, I just want to be a better person, you know, like, I don't know. I got 100 years, bro. I've already wasted 25 years of like craziness I wouldn't take back. But like, you know, I was then a sailor and a pirate, but now I'm, you know, I'm just trying to like just be cool and get my art to a broader audience. And I know that like, you know, certain things don't call for certain things. There's a time and place for everything, bro. You know, it's not that you're doing wrong or right. It's just there's a time and place for things.
It's well said, man. I do not in any way, going back to saying, you know, street artists, people mutual. I consider you an artist of not just a street artist, dude. You can take something, a sculptor. You're a sculptor. You're a rug maker, an embroiderer. You're a fabricator. You're going back to problem solving. You create things and you can make anything look like anything. So just to kind of clarify my distinctness of what I'm kind of putting on you for being an artist.
Yeah, I like that you said that, a problem solver, and that's kind of the truth right there, because it's, I would think like, right, at first I was saying to myself like, oh, man of many trades. But then when you said problem solver, I was like, well, yeah, I like that better, because that's essentially what we're all doing every day is problem solving. And just, how do I attack this? How do I move that? How do I do this better than yesterday? And you know, and that, I like that you said that, man, because, you know, I think that's all we kind of want to put in ourselves. Like, I'm not challenging you. I'm not challenging the next person. I'm just trying to problem solve, and I'm trying to get to the next meal ticket or the next, you know,
let's
whatever.
Figure out how to paint that wall, put that layer of paint, no matter what the paint colors are that are going to end up together, and then finish up and make it look nice and figure out that thing, you know. And then we're just going to happen to put the paint in different layers of pretty, you know, of being able to have something nice, you know.
Yeah.
It is. We're all problem solvers. I think all artists are problem solvers. You know, another question I have is, what is the perfect day for GoopMassta? What's the perfect day for you in like now, like from start to end?
What is my day, or what's my perfect
What's
day?
your perfect day?
Hanging out with my boo. Duh.
she's right off. She's
Yeah.
right there.
She's somewhere out there. You're listening in. That's for sure, though. You know, that's my partner, my best friend, my wife, my everything. She's been my helper. She's been my backbone. She's been, you know, she's been there with my shenanigans and success and my failures. And, you know, she's behind the scenes, but for sure she's like in the trenches with me, and like we're just trying to figure this out and make it cooler and fun and more affordable, and you know, and just trying to have, you know, well, you know, you doing your thing too, and the next person's doing their thing, and that's my perfect day.
That is good. That is
No,
good.
but the perfect day, man, is just to wake up and like chop it down again, man. Be able to get closer to what I'm aiming for, and what I'm aiming for is really big, and so I just wake up every day excited. You know, even more than yesterday, actually, and I wake up earlier and earlier just to do what I do, man, and I just can't stop. I won't stop, and you know, and I just truly enjoy creating. You know, I'm.
And you could tell you do. You could tell you genuinely get up every day and you just create. Like you just Goop gets
baby.
up and he does everything. Like he'll get up one day and he'll be pouring, you know, silicone into a mold for you know, a statue he's making. The next day he'll be knee deep in shredded fabrics because he's cutting for a big rug that he's doing on a huge wall. Then the next day he's on a huge wall at Foot Locker doing a massive, you know, collaboration with an artist or solo typically. And, you know, you're always doing stuff and you're always on the move. Ever since we met, I told you, dude, like you're one of the hardest working artists that I know. And not just because of the hustle of it all, because you're definitely a hustler. And I say hustler, that you'll figure it out and make money the way that you need to make money, you know? And again, it's a problem solver. You're a problem solver. And but you have a urge to like go, you have an urge to like create, and it doesn't seem like it's all gotten stale with you. It doesn't seem like you're just tired of just doing what you're doing. Yeah, maybe physically sometimes for what you're doing, obviously. Right? Yeah. This is an audio podcast too, by the way. So, and he's showing his bags under his eyes.
My baggy eyes.
Right. And but you're a workhorse, but you look like you're always having fun doing it, and you do have fun, man. So that's a hard thing to do as an artist, and I think that to keep that and maintain that consistently is something to bottle and to like, I don't know, market, man. Like keep that inside, and I'm glad that you're doing that. And
thanks, man. You make it sound easy, but
it's not easy at all. And really, and again, you know what? And thanks for saying that too, because to the audience too, they're just like, man, I want to be an artist. I'm going to quit my job right now and become an artist. And you're just like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that. You gotta want to do this, you know.
And that's perfect segue too. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, you gotta want to do this. You know, this is a lifestyle. This is a whole attitude. This is a energy that comes out of you that just needs to be revealed. You know, I mean, I'm not deterring anyone from doing art because I advocate to be an artist and to be creative and to express yourself for sure. But let's say if you want to like start running into the business of it and like do this full time, like just be committed. Like know that you want to do this for your life, not, you know. And if it's okay, if you want to do it for a couple of weeks, it's nothing wrong with it, man. Just have fun. It's hard work, as anything is. Nothing's different. You put time, the fruits will come out, and they'll show you that you put time into it. If not, hey, don't worry about it.
And he means time. He means every fucking minute, as we're talking right now, he probably has things sitting around him that he's either sketching. He has either, you know, as soon as we finish this phone call, right, he's showing me his iPad on the screen. They're showing me something he's working on, probably something digital NFTs, probably, which is a whole nother conversation. But you're again, to bottle that, to get that going, bro, like that's a hard thing. So, what's the worst thing to be an artist? What's the worst thing being an artist? I'll say vice versa. What's the best thing about being an artist, and what's the worst thing?
Oh, jeez.
And then one more question after that, and then we're good.
Okay. Let's see. The best thing about being an artist is being yourself, knowing that you're yourself, and that whatever that you make makes others happy. I would think, right? Like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot more, but like, you know, depends what, you know. You could, there's like
are you asking that question, or
there's a lot of like things.
It sounds like you're convincing yourself.
There's just a lot of things that's running through my head that it's like, yeah, it's just awesome to be an artist, right? Like I get to travel.
Yeah, no, tell them straight. Tell them 1000% how much.
It's awesome to be an artist because you get to travel. You get to go to fucking shows and be part of the bougie scene, and you know, people like you, and so you know, like, you know, people do stuff for you, and you know, you get to play with paint all day, and I mean, you get to do pretty much whatever you want. You're your own boss. You make your own moves. You know, you have your own decisions. Like, there's a ton of things. Being an artist is amazing.
And what's
now the worst thing about being an artist? Yeah.
What's the dark side about? And I'm gonna bring in the clouds right now. I'm gonna be like,
worst thing about being an artist.
Paying rent. Nah.
I mean, you know,
that's one of them. Man, I mean,
free, right? Like, what's the shittiest shit? What's the shittiest thing, man?
I guess, you know, we all know about deadlines. We all know about like lack of materials and resources and whatnots, right? But I think the darkest thing about being an artist is
for you.
I guess it's almost kind of like, I guess if you want to be real, it's just like more of like acceptance, right? And knowing that like I am putting my all into this, and then sometimes it could be seen that like not a lot of people care, or not a lot of people are just showing the support that you thought you were having, you know, especially in the beginning, whatever, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, you got to go through all those notions. But as you're getting more seasoned, like, you start telling yourself, is what I'm doing worth what I'm doing? Is right, like all the doubts and all the worries, and like sometimes budgets are like hard, and like you can't afford something, but you promise things to people, and like there's just like a whole dark alley of things that go through people's heads. And I'm sure I'm not the only one, and it's probably not too specific, but like, you know, like there's the void of like just watching something like just blank and like staring at it like, what do I have to produce? What is it that I'm gonna like showcase to people? Am I doing the same type of art constantly? Am I changing it up? If I'm changing it up, is it gonna be revealed perfect? Am I putting all my time and efforts and investments into this, and people are not gonna really receive it well? And bro, it's just like a bunch of stupid shit. But it all comes down to just, it's in your head. Chill out. It's all going to work out. And that's why I would tell my future self to tell my now is that just have fun, right? Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the colors. Enjoy your subject matter, whatever it is, whether you're sloppy, whether you're perfect and straight and neat, and whether you're rulers or you're just a slapping on there type of person. Like, I guess like if it makes you like have fun and just, you know, like basically spark joy in your life, you know, like
you just trying not to be. Are you laughing to not be cliche?
you know, like just I guess.
Are you just hearing your sound?
Yeah,
he just said that. He just heard himself say that. No, but that's it. It seems like it might be corny, but it's not. I mean, obviously, it's great to have those you know, to have that thought, dude. Like.
But look, right? Like, this is why everybody says, oh, I'm so positive. And I'm just like, okay, this is what I'm thinking right now. I'm saying, well,
Definitely.
I can sit here and be like complaining and whining and all this shit sucks, or how many friends I'm going to get from that, and who's going to really listen. After a while, they're going to be like, fuck this guy.
Right.
You know, so like, okay, what's the silver lining? Well, I get to enjoy what I do, you know, this and this and that. And like, oh, damn. And then you're on a podcast, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like trying to just have the best times that you can. And like people enjoy that. So to me, that's why I would just say chill out, have fun, and just do your art to the best of your abilities.
And, you know, that's a good answer. You know, I've asked every single person on the podcast so far, you know, are they insecure? And I think that's a perfect segue into that, because I think personally, there's one thing that I found for every artist that, at least that I know, for myself. I'm not saying that I'm an insecure person, like, oh, don't, you know, I need validation all the time or something like that. But I definitely have my insecurities as an artist. Like, I need some type at some point. My wife is here. She's kind of, how did this look? Well, listen to this. Check this out. Hey, this thing that I just made. I'm like the guy going, look at me. Like you need some type of like, how is this going thing, you know, in your head, is to have some type of sort of validation, but that does carry on to other people. So, you know, there is that type of insecurity that says this is made to be seen somehow, and I wonder what that response is going to be. So would you call yourself insecure somewhat, or any ways insecure as an artist?
I don't think so anymore. I was at some point, but as I've kept going through this journey, I guess people call it positive, right? Like, as I've been going through this journey, I've just kind of been learning and listening and watching and putting practice, and just kind of telling myself, I guess you can call it like being conscious of it, right? Like, just, hey, I'm being an asshole, or hey, you just kind of be aware of it. Like, damn, you know, maybe I don't call homies all the time, or, you know, maybe I'm just too involved in work, or, you know, vice versa, whatever it is that you're doing, right? Like, I just kind of keep that in mind. And
no, you keep that in mind to make sure that you're staying positive. You're thinking
like,
about other people's shit. You're you're not hanging on your insecurities and things like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good.
I mean, yeah, like I've definitely been creeping away from it, because I've just keep telling myself I'm the motherfucking greatest, bro. And who else could believe that if I don't believe that?
Right. And go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, like, if you think, you know, like, I don't want to say it like this, but like, I guess in a lack of words, right? Like, if you feel like you're higher power, like a Highlander, right? Like the energy just being like absorbed. Remember that movie?
Yeah. We are born to be kings. No, I don't remember that show at all.
Nah, me
We're
either.
the princes of the universe. I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I just try to like, man, I just try to keep it pushing, and like, I'm a regular person too. I have negativity comes through me, and I just try to push it and fight it, and think of cool things to make it better, and that's what makes me have the ability to keep moving and grooving, bro. Because if not, I'd be stuck, and I'd fucking fall apart, and think about all the wah, and why this and why that, and this guy this and that guy this and this chick this, and I don't got time for that, bro.
I ain't got time for any of that shit, bro.
I'm trying to get on a yacht, bro.
Yeah. Everything for me is like straightforward, right? Like right up front, bro. Like, this is how I am. I don't even work with people that, unless I can't vibe with, cool, you know, because if you can't vibe with somebody, right? Then how, if I see you in person, are we gonna vibe like to talk about business? How are we gonna like just to kick it, right? Just as just people working together, just to like each other, right? And you and I have vibed right off the bat to even just say like, you can tell that the people that you don't vibe with, right? And you know when you're right,
different vibe,
totally
vibrancies.
different vibe. Yeah,
different
totally
frequencies. It's like a radio station, right? Like you tune into another station, and the other ones that are not paying attention to your radio station just have nothing to do with you and have nothing to say, nothing to put forth, nothing to like contribute. So I tune into my own station, and anybody that's tuning in is gonna feel the same energy that I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So
because I see you guys. It'd be like, since the last time, and I like go up, I see Angel and you, and Angel's like giving me a kiss on the cheek and you give me a hug, bro. Everybody's like family, bro. So I got one more question. So not being a violent person, right? Last question I'm asking everyone on my podcast. I'm gonna have a drum roll right now. No, I'm not.
I got a carrot roll.
You got food waiting. What out of a hypothetical fight, if you were to have a hypothetical fight with anyone, fictional, non-fiction, live, dead, could be a animated character, right? If you can have a fist fight with any person or anything, who would that person be?
Let's see.
You'd be amazed of the different answers I get from
I mean, I don't really like to fight. I'll throw down if I have to. I don't know. How much are they paying me to be in this ring?
How much do you want?
Shit. Enough to not ever do anything ever again.
All right. So if you were on Celebrity Deathmatch on MTV, the claymation version, right?
Yes!
Right? And you
now you got me interested.
Right. If you couldn't hurt anybody, you're just hypothetical, right? You just totally, at the end of this, the credits are going to roll like you're watching South Park, and it's just a depiction of people without any representation of like the real people.
Let's see. I usually have a difficult time opening bags of chips. That's not even a lie. Let's see. I guess I would fight with
anybody too. Your childhood villain from your old character TV show that you love. I don't know. Anybody. But you must give an answer.
Well, it's just because I like I'm mostly like a villain guy. Like I like villains. So I guess I would punch probably Captain America. No. Captain Planet. That guy. Fuck that guy. Don't tell me to pick up any trash. I don't give a hoot, and I still pollute.
Is that from another TV show?
Yeah, but I would never pollute. I don't believe trashing.
No, I know
Earth.
you don't. I know you don't.
I'm a frog. I don't do that stuff.
That is 100% a correct answer.
Okay,
I'm
gonna change my answer. Goro.
Goro from Mortal Kombat, a Konami game. He has 6 arms and a man bun, tan skin, and 4 toes.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Watch the pay-per-view, guys.
We paid for blood, bro. No hugs.
GoopMassta versus Goro.
All right.
This Sunday.
Good answer, dude. And I really appreciate you being on the show. I really love the conversation, and I can't wait to put this out. I'm gonna hit stop right now, but I wanted you to say, do you have any final words to let people know?
Go to GoopMassta.com and buy stuff. Mimosas are not cheap.
Yes. What's the website?
GoopMassta.com.
I'll link it on the end of this, but thanks, my dude. I love you, man, and I really
brother.
Go eat those rolls and tell Lindsay to wear green next time so I can change out the video.
Hell yeah. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. One love.
All right, you too, bro.
Keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you.
All right, now for the outro.
Hey-oh!
This episode of Come Art Me Bro is brought to you fresh, 100% produced, recorded, and edited by me, Tony Furby. The next episode will be out bi-weekly, wherever you enjoy listening to your podcasts, or you can listen ad-free on Amazon Music or subscribing directly on Anchor.fm.
Come on me, bro.
Come on me, bro.
Come on me, bro.
Yes, come on me, bro.
Come on me, bro. That's stupid. I'm not saying